the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. Together, reducing fraud worldwide.
Monitoring is important because it's important for the company to have an understanding of what its employees are doing on its behalf. It's a very difficult balance that employers have to consider as to whether or not they're going to monitor on a regular basis, let the employee know they're going to do that, or not. And you run the risk of creating an environment where it's a bit oppressive if it's Big Brother watching the employees all the time. At the same time, the employer needs to protect itself. And there are just an incredible number of instances where allegations come in through company hotlines concerning the activities of employees, where access to an employee's computer, access to employee emails, and other activities of the employee are going to be critical to conducting that investigation and to ensuring proper conduct within the organization. It's a very common thing to monitor the internet sites that people are going onto. There are several reasons for that. One is to make sure that your employees aren't wasting their day surfing the internet. The other is, quite frankly, employees going on to pornographic sites, which raises an issue from an ethics standpoint and a trust standpoint. And even worse than that, there are cases where employees go on child pornographic sites, which is a felony, and then you have very serious issues, and the company really needs to know what's going on within its workforce. I kind of call it policing the culture. It's making sure that the kind of culture that the company wants to have, that they've put in their core values, is in fact being implemented in the way that they would like it to be implemented. So the monitoring shouldn't only be of the rank and file employees, it should be of the managers as well, to make sure that they're doing their jobs. There are very serious legal considerations that need to be made up front. And before any kind of a program is undertaken, the legal counsel needs to be consulted. And there are differences in the requirements and restrictions in different jurisdictions, particularly when you're talking about doing this for a multinational company overseas. In certain places in the European Union, Paris in particular, the UK, there are severe restrictions on monitoring of employees that need to be followed. And many of the things that would be okay in the United States would not fly there. One of the basic principles in the United States is that you give people notice, that there's a reasonable expectation or not a reasonable expectation of privacy. So if you put warnings on the boot up screens on the computers on a daily basis and say that these computers are subject to monitoring, that all of these devices are subject to monitoring, company telephones and other devices, laptops, iPads, whatever it is they use, and the employee signs a statement indicating that there is no reasonable expectation of privacy on these devices, then typically that is what's needed in order to successfully move ahead with that kind of a monitoring program.